Hey everyone, Big Pauly back with a brand new movie review. Yeah, back to talk about the latest in the A Quiet Place series. So this is called A Quiet Place Day 1. So let's get into it. Okay, back in 2018, there was this little film that came out called A Quiet Place, directed and starring John Krasinski, as well as his real-life wife, Emily Blunt. It was basically about a family living in the aftermath of this alien invasion, where most of the population of the Earth has been killed, and it's just pockets of people just living here and there. It was followed up in 2020 with A Quiet Place Part 2, again also directed by John Krasinski, but there was something in that film that excited us. Basically the first 10 minutes or so of that film, it took us back to day 1 of the alien invasion and showed us what happened. And that intrigued a lot of people, myself included. And who'd thought that 4 years later we'd get a 90-minute film based on that 10-minute segment? Yes, A Quiet Place Day 1. This film stars Lupita Nyong'o, who plays a character called Samira, who is in New York City on day 1 of the alien invasion, witnesses the mayhem, the explosions and the people getting killed, and basically she has to try and survive, hide, and keep out of the way of these aliens, because as you know, if you make a sound, you die. The film also stars everyone's favourite rocker from Stranger Things, Eddie Munson. Yeah, Joseph Quinn is back. He plays a character called Eric. He's a businessman working in New York, and he's caught up in all of the mayhem along with all of the other people. And Eric and Samira are thrown together, and they just need to survive and get out of New York City. And they are basically the two main characters through the entire film. We get a few other people here and there, including Jaimin Hanzu, who was also in A Quiet Place Part 2. But there is a very important third member of the cast. Yes, Samira's cat, Frodo, who, in my opinion, stole the entire film. That's basically all I'm going to say to keep it spoiler free. But there are explosions, there's lots of kills, there's tension, there's some really nice cinematography of the city. There's lots of confusion among the population as this invasion ensues. Edge of the seat moments as well. And it's actually quite emotional. I never thought it would be this emotional. Actually, I think this is more emotional than anything in the previous two films, because I did tear up a few times and I almost sobbed my heart out towards the end of the film. All in all, I thought this was a fantastic film. It's definitely in my top 5 films of the year. I thought the pacing was perfect. It does slow down a few times, but it's never really boring because there are like character moments between Joseph and Lupita, and you just get to know them and you get to know their fears and how they're handling this whole situation along with, you know, everybody else. I really like the chemistry between Lupita's character and Joseph's character. I thought they worked really well together, and yeah, I liked the growing relationship as the film got, you know, further along. Of course, there is a backstory to Samira's character, which is quite emotional. And it carries the film all the way through. But I thought it was a worthwhile prequel, and it's just a really nice little compliment to the original A Quiet Place movies. So yeah, it definitely gets 2 thumbs up in my opinion, and it also gets 2 paws up as well. The sound of the film is fantastic, especially if you see it on a really big screen. I didn't get to see it on IMAX on day 1, but I will be checking it out on IMAX on my second viewing in a couple of days' time. because there's lots of use of the surrounds with these aliens creeping around and making noises. So there you go, that is my review of A Quiet Place Day 1. And you got to remember, when the dust settles, even after an alien invasion, there's only one thing that everybody needs in their life. It's a little pussy.